Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm gonna get ready. I've got kind of a long day ahead of me, but I also kind of have a special kind of night planned, kind of a date night with my husband. He's gonna be gone tomorrow for Valentine's Day, so we thought we would celebrate a day early. He's got some work stuff that he just can't get out of, and I was like, you know what? I'm not a big Valentine's person, but let's use it as an excuse to have a date night. So I thought I would do a really easy but very romantic look today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. And I was kind of trying to figure out what do I want to do? Do I want to... And I've a couple of things have made it into my almost everyday routine. One of them is this. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Vanish. It just really does help to cancel out a little bit of the darkness, like the difference is, it's very helpful. So I just tap a little bit of this in, and all of a sudden, life is just a little bit better, a little bit more livable, and I'm not quite so tired. Not that I'm not tired, but I just don't look it. I am going to use a combination of two Laura Mercier foundations today. One is the Flawless Fusion Ultra Long Wear, and the other one is the Flawless Lumiere Radiance. They're both in the exact same shade, which is 1N1 Cream. So they have like really small, like their full pump is like a half pump of any other makeup. And since I wanted something that would have a little bit of staying power, but also not be too matte, I thought I'd mix them together. And since they're the same shade, super helpful. I would love to know if you do a lot of Valentine's stuff in your life. My husband and I think we used to more when we were younger, but now Valentine's has kind of been something that the kids focus on, and maybe not as much anymore. My youngest, who's still 9, still loves Valentine's Day and sending out Valentines and getting special things for her friends. But my 11-year-old, she's almost 12, she's like, please don't make me give Valentines. I'm like, I don't make you do anything. If you want them, I get them for you. If you don't, that's fine too. For me, it's an excuse to eat chocolate. Let's be real. That's what Valentine's Day is for me. I have really been liking the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. I was sure that it was going to, I remember it being a little bit too heavy. And maybe it's because I'm using a different eye cream than I was when I first got this. I think I tried it for the first time, I don't know, beginning of last year. And I think that now that I'm using the Silk Peony from Tatcha, my under eyes are a lot more hydrated than I remember them being. I don't know, maybe it's that. Because that's really the only thing that's different is the eye cream I was using. Because I feel like it works good, blends well, and it doesn't look dry or cakey, whereas before it did make my eyes age just a hair. I have some smart Alecky mugs, and they just make my heart happy. I only have 2, this one and the other one that was in a previous video, but part of me feels like I need more from this line of, or design line of mugs. I have really taken to enjoying kind of a more velour puff for setting my under eyes on days that I have the time to take the time. Because there are some days where it's just like, and I'm out the door. And I don't even use powder. Or if I use powder, I got to use a big fluffy brush and like 3 swipes because I'm out the door and gone. But on the days that I am taking a little bit more time, I really have been liking this. I think this is one, I don't remember for sure, but I think this is one from Japanesque. By the way, I really have been falling back in love with the Jouer, what is this called? The Soft Focus and Hydrate Set Powder, Hydrate and Set Powder. I think this is a beautiful powder. I like it a lot, and I feel kind of like it rivals my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, which is kind of like, what, did you really say that? Yes, I did. I feel like it's great. I have really been loving the bronzer in this Cover FX Perfecting Face Palette. I think it's such a pretty bronzer, and it blends very easily. Oh, my favorite thing. It's also not so deep that I have to be super light-handed and careful when and how I apply. I really do like being able to kind of just go in and go a little heavy-handed, and then it's easy to blend out and make work. I'm still like fully devoted to this Alamar blush palette. This is the Fair to Light Colorette blush palette, and I think it is just gorgeous. And I feel like I loved it in the spring and early summer. I think it came last year in May's BoxyCharm, but I'll tell you, in the winter time, it brings a much needed flush to my cheeks, but it never looks too much, even though there's a lot of kind of orange in this palette. And I was like, at first, when I first saw it, I was like, I don't know about that. But the truth is, it does work really well for me. And I like how it stays and it blends, and I like everything about it. It took me a long time to understand and kind of fall in love with this Essence Pure Nude highlight. A lot of it, I think for me, is I didn't see it being nearly as highlighty as I was expecting it to be. And it might have been that I needed to just kind of get below that top layer. And it's not like one of the e.l.f. highlights where you kind of had to scrub the top layer off. But, you know, once your brush kind of gets in there and you get past that initial top layer, I just feel like it performs a little bit better for me. Or I've changed my expectation, because I had it for a couple years in my drawer and I was like, why does everybody love this? I don't get it. I used it like 2 or 3 times and now I get it. Now I get it. I'm going to be using the Viseart Neutral Matte 01 palette. And I'm just going to be using some of the shades that are very close to my skin tone to kind of give myself just a little bit of crease definition. I'm really not looking for like a big time, you know, major eye look here. I think I'm more going for the really pretty soft glowing skin, my version of soft. And then a fairly neutral, natural looking eye that's not too much. I might put a little shimmer on the lid, but not a lot. The eyes were super simple today. I used this shade right here in my crease. I threw this lightest, almost a white shade just underneath the arch of my brow and in the inner corner. And then I used a little bit of this dark shade here right along the lash line, and a little bit of this here just kind of in the outside edge and right across the lower lash line. So the darker brown upper lash line, the lighter brown, you know, it's very simple. And then I'm like, you know what, I want a little shimmer but not too much. So I threw on the Essence Pure Nude highlight like right from the inner corner all the way to mid lid, and only kept it on the lid. I didn't take it high. And it's a very cohesive, very easy, very soft look. So I'm gonna put on some liner. I'm gonna curl my lashes and we'll come back for lipstick. So for lips today, I definitely want a red lip. Red lipstick is my favorite thing in the world. And I think I'm gonna start with Charlotte Tilbury's Lip Cheat in the shade Kiss and Tell. This is more of like a hot red. The older I get, the more definitely lip liners are helping me, because for years I used to almost never use them. Now it's like, it's almost a must. I'm going to be using 2 of my favorite red lipsticks. They're from Lisa Eldridge. They're the first lipstick she released. One of them here is called Velvet Jazz, and it's a little bit more of a brick red. And I kind of want to get this kind of on the outside edges, but not over the whole lip. And then over the rest of the lip, especially in the center, I want the one that's more of that hot orangey red. This one's called Velvet Morning. These feel so good on the lips. I'm so happy right now. This look is totally 100% me, in my comfort zone. You know, big fluffy eyebrows and lashes, a barely there eye look, you know, glowy but not over the top cheeks, and then a bold lip. And what's great about these lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge, you know, a little bit of liner, 2 of these colors kind of ombre in the middle and then darker on the edge. This is gonna wear, the formula wears so well. I don't understand how it wears so well. It's just after 9 o'clock in the morning now. I'm gonna wear this all day, and every time I've worn these, they only need to be touched up like just before dinner time. I don't understand it. I don't lick my lips a lot, but I do use like coffee cups and water bottles, and I'll have lunch, and it could be soup, it could be pizza, it could be anything, and I don't feel like these really fall apart quickly on the lips. And they do have a nice longevity to them without being really ultra drying on my lips. And when I get to that point where I feel like I need just a little bit more comfort, like 9 o'clock, 9:20 now, and let's say maybe 5:30 rolls around, and I've been drinking and leaving lip prints on, you know, cups, so I'll have worn off a little bit of this. The color will still be there, and what I'll do is I'll take either a balm or a little bit of like a lip sleeping mask. This is the one from Mamone, and I'll just tap my finger in here and just kind of hit the center and do this, and it brings it back to life. And sometimes I've done that and I've not touched it up with the actual bullet again. So I really love these lipsticks, and the reds, my heart is so in love with the reds because red is like my favorite lip color. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day tomorrow. Let me know if you have a specific look you're going for. I tried something earlier in the week that was pink. If you're interested, I will make sure to leave that in one of the little suggestions for you right here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.